Good morning. Turn the lights on. Good morning. Today is day 18 of this yoga Pilates challenge that I'm doing with Yoga with Cassandra on YouTube. I'm following her. She's one of my preferred yogis to follow. Today's going to be a 10-minute flow that's focused on full body, so it should be good. Before I get started, I am going to do my warm-up, which I did not do yesterday, which is a handstand, a back bend, and a headstand. And I do these things. I do the back bend because I want to be intentional about kind of nurturing flexibility and mobility in my spine. I do have, or I've been told that I have some arthritis in my lower back, and so I never want arthritis to get the best of me. And you know, when you have arthritis and it like stiffens you and challenges your flexibility and mobility, the best way to overcome that is to actually move more. And so that's why I'm intentional about doing back bends, and just the fact that I can do a back bend at 58 years old makes me happy. And I'm hoping that I will be able to do these back bends and headstands and handstands for many years to come. The handstand, helps with shoulder strength, building shoulder strength, helps with core strength and balance as well. I'm not sure that the headstand focuses so much on shoulder strength, but for sure, core strength and balance. And the older you get, the more you are at risk of having accidents and falls and things like that, and so balance becomes even more important for you the older you get, because the older you are, the easier it is for you to break, which is another reason that I like to do yoga, because yoga, it really helps strengthen your body, it helps with balance, core strength, flexibility, mobility, flexibility, all those things. And when you have those things, you're actually setting yourself up to prevent injuries from happening. Or I guess you can't necessarily prevent accidents from happening, but you can prevent injuries from happening when you keep your body in the best condition possible, especially when you are flexible and mobile and limber. When you fall, you don't necessarily break. It's much more difficult for you to break. So, and not sure if you know it, but usually when you get older, if you get a break, it's much more difficult the older you are for your bones to heal. It's not like when you were a kid, so it's really important for us to protect ourselves in our old age. 58, which is not terribly old, relatively speaking to some other folks, but when you think about the time in your life where you're really limber when you're a baby, then 58 seems really, really old. But yoga actually allows you to capture a lot of that mobility and flexibility that you saw and you just had naturally in your youth. I think there's a yogi that I do follow sometimes who he does all types of yoga, but one of the yoga forms is yin yoga, and he always says that yin yoga, which is using gravity to help stretch you out, he says that it's the fountain of youth, and I gotta tell you, I believe it. So anyway, it's all good, but let's go ahead and get started. I am going to give myself credit because I am committed to doing yoga each day. I'm committed to walking each day, to do 2 30-minute workouts. So I do time on my workouts that I do. So I have handy dandy Apple Watch charged and ready to record. So here we go. A little lighter today.
Good morning. This is day 18 of our Yoga Pilates 30-day challenge. I have a full body flow ready for you this morning. So a good mix of stretch and strength and not working one specific area of the body. We're really going to try to do a little bit of everything in the short time that we have together. So let's begin tabletop pose for cat and cow. We're going to add a leg to cat and cow, so that we're stretching into the hip flexors at the same time and then strengthening the back of the leg. So spread the fingertips wide, palms on your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And as we inhale, we're also going to kick and lift that right leg up towards the sky, let the belly drop down, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, tap your knee to your nose, round and contract. So a little bit of core strength, but really working on opening up through that right hip. And exhale. Inhale, lifting it up. So contracting through that right glute and into the hamstrings to lift the leg up a little higher. We'll get in this range of motion through our spine. Take 2 more cycles this side. And go ahead and re-extend that right leg up with your back bend. Maybe just hold here, working on your balance. Another option is to extend the left arm back behind you, working here with this asymmetrical pose. If you'd like, you can do the full tiger pose by grabbing a hold of the foot and lifting, kind of kicking the foot into the palm. If this feels like jamming or pain in your lower back, please let it go. It means you've gone too far. One more big, deep breath here. Without a slingshot action, carefully release the hold of the foot. We're going to step the right foot forward between the hands to the top of the mat. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the back knee off the mat and keep your left hand down. Right arm extends up into your twist. Broadening through the shoulders. One more big breath in, right here in the pose, opening the arms a little wider. And release, set your right hand down to the mat, find your plank pose, or in Pilates what we would call leg pull front. So from this plank, shift forward to the tips of your toes, point your right leg, or your right toes I should say, squeeze and lift that right leg up, and then drop it down and alternate. So point the left toes, lift the left leg, and switch. Point right, squeeze and lift, and drop. Point left, lift, and drop, and bring the knees down to the mat. Press it back to child's pose. Come up high onto your fingertips as you bring the forehead down to the mat, so stretching through our shoulders. Finding your tabletop pose, and we'll do cat and cow with the left leg this time. So readjust yourself if you've shifted. You're going to kick that left leg up, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, squeeze and pull it in. Try to really close the gap between your thigh and your belly as much as possible. Keeping the elbows straight. Pushing into fingertips and knuckles. Take some of your body weight out of your wrists. 2 more. Then go ahead and re-extend that left leg up, holding your back bend. Maybe you stay here. Another option is to simply extend and keep that right arm parallel to the ground. Or you can reach and grab a hold of the foot, kicking the foot into the hand. So a bit of a shoulder stretch. Looking at something that is not moving. Slowly release the hold of that foot. Step the left foot forward. We're setting ourselves up for our easy twist. Right hand is under your shoulder. Lift the back knee off the mat. Extend your left arm up to the sky. And really notice, so even I was doing it unconsciously here, the right shoulder sometimes creeps forward. Try to pull it back. So you're really sliding the shoulder blades down back. One more big breath, expand a little bit wider. And find your plank pose for leg pull front again. So shift the weight forward, point through your left toes, lift the left leg up, and curl the toes under. Right toes point, squeeze and lift. And lower, 1 more on each side. Lifting the left leg, point, lifting the right leg. Downward facing dog from here. Bend your knees as much as you would like. Stretching out. Relaxing your head, relaxing your neck, drawing the lower belly in and up. And let's walk our hands to the back of the mat. You can widen your feet, taking a ragdoll fold. So bend your knees, let yourself relax over the legs, maybe hold onto the elbows. swaying a little side to side. Releasing fingertips down to the mat. You can just come to take a seat. So we're gonna go into some teasers from Pilates. I'm going to use my little foam pad just because this does put, we are kind of on our tailbone. So for our teasers, you're gonna have your feet flat on the floor and your knees bent. We'll just work with our half roll downs first. So tuck your chin to your chest, find the C curve in your spine, draw and deepen through the abs as you straighten the arms. And then inhale, press yourself up, twice more like this, roll it down, and lifting up, and rolling down. Go ahead and release the hold of your thighs and go all the way down to the mat. So we call it teasers because you're teasing gravity on the way down. So lowering nice and slow, and bring our arms up overhead. We're gonna lift ourselves back up. So inhale, curl chin to chest, lift the shoulder blades off of the mat. So at first I have that C curve, and then once I lift up, proud chest, arms parallel or kind of like at an angle here. And then exhale, round and contract. You're welcome to grab a hold of your thighs and do more of a half roll down, lowering with control. And inhale. So feel free to hold onto your legs and pull yourself up for more support. Proud chest at the top. Let's do one more. So this is really all about precision and control. Our last time to come all the way up and hold at the top here once you have this proud chest. Can you lift that right knee up and set the right foot down? Lift the left knee up and set it down, and maybe both knees lift up. So very similar to our boat pose that we do in yoga. And feet come flat to the floor, join the soles of the feet together, knees fall apart, and we'll fold forward into Baddha Konasana, our butterfly. Stretching along the spine, stretching deeply through the inner thighs. And I'm making this really passive, just letting gravity pull me into the stretch. Walk your hands in, slowly lifting up, and just sit cross-legged, so it doesn't matter which leg is in front. We'll take a little side body stretch from here. So I'm actually gonna bring my left hand to my right knee. Right arm will reach up towards the sky, and then lean away. So right arm reaches up and over. Then we have the leverage of holding onto our knee. Lifting all the way up, ready for our twist right away. Right fingertips go behind you, open through your chest. Sitting up a little bit taller. And releasing to face forward. I'm actually just going to change the cross of my legs. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. Right hand on your left knee this time. Left arm stretches up and lean away. Lifting up into our twist, left fingertips go behind us. Facing forward, I'll pull a card for us. Our affirmation today, something to keep in mind throughout the day. My thoughts, words, and actions are aligned with my values. My thoughts, words, and actions are aligned with my values. Let's bring our hands together at the heart. And we'll chant Om together one time. Inhale. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing this full body flow with me. Do leave me a comment before you go. Let me know how this class felt in your body, how you feel right now. And I will, of course, add a link to the day 18 bedtime yoga challenge video if you wanted to do just a little bit more today and to save it for later.
Alrighty, that's it. Day 18 in the books. I'll be back tomorrow for day 19. It should be good. I'm getting ready to go and do some walking and reading, I believe, or at least some walking. We'll see. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I hope you come back and do this with me tomorrow. Take care.